Hi Siddhish, how are
Hey,
you?
hi.
Uh,
Great, man. Great. Mhm.
yeah,
How
hello
are you?
everyone. Yeah, doing good. Yeah, doing good. Yeah, welcome to SS podcast. So coming on to our guest, this is Siddhish. He completed his bachelor's from SV University, that is Sri Venkateswara University, Tirupati, and was a founder and head of the coding hub in the university itself. And he is one of the finalists of the TCS Human Ion finalist in national level A series contest and product development, which was around 30,000 students participated from 1,000 colleges around across India. And currently working as a founding engineer from WorkHack. Welcome, Siddesh. Welcome to SS Podcast. It's nice to see you on the
Yeah.
other side.
It's super fun. Yeah. Thanks for the intro. And how would you like to start this then?
Yeah, actually, I there's a lot to discuss with you. Actually, I just want to dive with you. So nowadays there is a lot of discussion around AI potential, right? We can see in every field the AI is developing rapidly, even in academics itself, while
Hmm.
writing our articles, scientific articles for research publications. Before itself, it was very difficult for us, like editing the text and English, everything. Now it has giving references and AI potential have been seen since 2 years in research field, how the potential has been developing. So I just want to know, explain me this difference. What's difference basically between AI and normal software? Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay. You will. As like I would approach this as like I don't put them in two different buckets like software versus AI or differences like that. It's like AI will create software, software will leverage AI, and like to create AI we need software and like the best AI there is also. So like it's the way how we get things done, like fundamentally like we were able to like articulate our decisions, all the mental models and practices by very structured code, very like very conditioned, predefined blocks of code. And now what it happens is like the moment you have an idea and to get that idea into reality, the AI is just like helping you get it as fast as possible. So for every new sort of workflow or problem or like need you have with software, like someone doesn't have to sit with you and then like create a dedicated software to you. So AI is something like it's just good at creating software right now. So it is able to like uniquely build software for you. So that is how I put like AI is helping software, like solve all those problems where like it's like very unscalable right now. So if I am as a engineer solving a problem for one user using one app, and if I
yeah,
have to like solve another problem, I will have to like do it as manually as possible and then like write all the code sometimes from scratch. So that is something like AI is just like simply making sure like whatever we are doing, it's just like way faster. I mean, like I can give you my favorite example. So there is this game called Diplomacy. It's
yeah,
by it's like Diplomacy is like what is like basically a board game where there will be I think 7 or 8 players, and what we have to do is at the end of the day you will have a country, I will have a country, other means you can have a country, and then you have to win the majority. More than 50% of the countries you have to get it. If we would approach it by a software, it's impossible. It's like chess. Like there are like billions of millions of all the paths that are possible in the game. So that is something software can do. And then humans are natural. Like you just practice couple of hours and then like you will get all the things, all the tricks and all. So those are things like only software can do. Those are
yeah.
mission critical things, for example, surgery or like missile guidance, all these things. Like precision is really important, and then like you can like let AI take control over there. Like so, like it's like software versus it's not versus, it's like combined together. It's just like another efficient way for us to solve the problems.
Yeah, it was nice. But Satish, I really doesn't know. I have zero knowledge on these matters, like because my background totally
Hmm.
was in some biology sciences, and as I divided later then, so I
Hmm.
haven't. But seeing this potential from AI, it's really nice to feel. And
Hmm.
what's your role basically as a founding engineer? I was listening this term for the first time, like founding engineer.
I also made up word. It's just like to attract, I think, engineers to say like, hey, you're not just an engineer, you are founding engineer, you are important. So like some ego boost, but like yeah, like essentially the difference would be coming like if you are an engineer at a startup versus if you're an engineer at a company. So that is like right now for folks, it is very clear. Like at startups, you would be doing a lot of things, and you won't be like very specifically focusing on like uh, implementing one requirement. A requirement is basically like, let's say, a screen or a page or an app or something like that. So in startups, it's more like you will be working with a lot of diverse stakeholders, and then like you will be doing like a little bit of everything. So you won't
Yeah,
be confined basically. So that is like an engineer in startup, but like basically founding engineer, it's just a difference in the timing. So you are at the company where there is no money, there is no idea, there's no product. Like you just join because you believe in the team or you believe in the, like the passion in them or you believe in the space right now, like that. Like nothing will be, like set in stone. Like it's a high risk with like a little bit of reward also, obviously, because why would anyone take that much risk? So yeah, like some myths are also there. Like founding engineers are not co-founders. Like we don't get like super equity also, but like we will get the equity much better than any other employee joining in startups in a later stages. Let's say like after getting the funding or after getting that $1 of revenue. So yeah, it's like personally for me, it's just like fits into my personality. Like I will get to do like lot of things. I will have fun in the startups.
it was just what's your role? Like you design something or you do AI kind of stuff or you try new things in software.
It's a little
What?
bit of everything, but not like design and marketing. So that is something like
Yeah,
I'm not proficient in. So even
yeah,
if I do, they will be bad. But like some back end, some front end, but mostly like let's say 60% would be going into AI,
yeah.
like thinking about AI, building the actual AI experiences like that.
And yeah, so
Mm.
you basically like onto the every software part as a founding engineer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like not because like that school or something, but it's lack of resources basically. Like we wouldn't be having like one dedicated person just like deploying something like that. It's like you will get to do everything because you have to do everything. And yeah, it's just like we just want to move faster. The more people involved, it's like upskilling them, training them, or like communicating the vision with them. It's just like it will slow down actually. The more number of people you add into the process, early on, it will like just slow how fast you are executing.
Yeah,
Uh,
basically, I was in academics for a year, so my education plays a vital role, I guess, in these preparing individuals for
mm,
a AI-driven future, as you know. So the upcoming future will
mhm,
be of totally AI. When I was in BPharm, I wasn't known about this future, but in during our drug discovery process, now we had to do some in
mhm,
silico studies, so I had to learn stuff about AI, this how the drug works and everything. So what basically you
mm,
think how people from backgrounds such as BSc or any other like normal,
mhm,
not a professional course so would
mhm,
take up the skills that are
mhm.
necessary for the AI future.
Right. It's necessarily nothing. It has to do with AI. Actually, it's just like every new technology we have, our the way we do things, the way we learn some things, we just have to unlearn them. So it comes with like some sort of mindset, like, hey, I just need to be aware of what is going on. So in case, let's say in your case, you might be like, have to be aware of all the recent ML leveraging drug discovery papers.
Yeah, yeah.
What are the, like, let's say, what is Silicon Valley doing with latest drug discovery things. So like some little bit of awareness, but like just being open, like, hey, this thing worked well so far, but like I have to adapt now. And then like it's basically the learning the specific technologies, languages, all these things doesn't matter. Like it's just like they will always change, and it just like mostly the delta will come from you being more aware and open. But like yeah,
No,
to get into specifics,
no.
yeah, sorry, sorry.
I was just want to like so based. So you did your BTech. So in your BTech,
Hmm.
what you think that education system must adapt so that
Yeah.
you working here, you are a working
Hmm.
professional now. So you might have
Hmm.
some suggestions like education system must be changed like this so that in the future,
Hmm.
AI-driven future is there. So I take a place in the job market.
Yeah, it's like we are like severely under leveraging AI, especially I think like in education. We are like still doing very low level abstract, low level, like practicing low level things to say.
Yeah,
Uh, l- uh, yeah, like basically right now we just have to be like focusing on like, hey, what all can I do? How can I make things better? And then like we should start from there instead of like me learning something that happened from 1980s back. So that is how like at least in engineering education is like we just have to learn what happened in computing from 1980, 1990. All those like they were fundamentally impactful things, but like those are the things like I think like I have I got little value out of them. Like all the education, let's say like only 10% I'm reusing right now, and the 10% is probably because someone with the passion to change education put them in the syllabus. Yeah,
yeah. So
yeah. It's
what
like
basically what
I
you are
I don't
suggesting?
believe in this. I don't believe in this university-based education thing. It's just like should come from within. Like yeah,
Okay, so you just say like it has to be from passion for a student.
yeah, yeah. I mean like that. That's how like nothing in world is actually came from a system and then a person trying to like follow the rules in the system. Like everything you see is it's like that's a beautiful quote. Like every beautiful thing you see is a passion project for someone, and they are not merely like following instructions from a system. Like
Yeah,
whatever you see, like like that park of that, or a building you appreciated, or a beautiful software you are using to research. Like nothing is like okay, let me just do my job. And
yeah. They do out of passion.
yeah, it's like they really have to go against everything that was set, right? I
Yeah,
think we
that's
diverged a lot, but like education, yeah. I so still I think for an average uh, student coming out right now, like I can say I can put myself as an average person, right? Like till engineering first year, I was not aware like this much of uh, beautiful resources are there in internet.
yeah.
So it was like plus one, plus two hostel. Only resource we have is the immediate teacher you can talk to and the couple of books you have bought in second hand. And in 10th especially like it's a like they consider it as like some sort of sin to go and use computer. I think like they might have like time waste or something like, but we mostly use it to play games. But the mindset shift happened to me discovering that like hey, there are amazing people across the globe who share similar passion to me, who like like nerd about the things I thought only I care about. So like let's say like you have a very specific interest, none of your classmates will like resonate with you, but there will
Yeah,
be 1,000 people across the globe that only internet can connect. So right now
correct.
like India like still s- a lot have we have to leverage there. Like yeah, I think like still people are discovering like Coursera, YouTube courses, MIT open coursera, like a lot of courses are there. The same with the AI. So there are a lot of tools, a lot of knowledge sharing happening. This is just happening. Like AI, we are like seeing the tip right now. AI, I think personally sucks. Like you really can't like like give a goal and then like it will help you bring a research report. You have to like manually babysit it and then like every line of code. But like we are just 2 years down the line. Yeah,
Yeah,
like internet, nothing with AI actually. Like yeah, of course, yeah, like like there is ChatGPT. There are like cooler tools that are purposefully built for your profession. So we just have to like like use and then sit on top of them instead of like going back again to the roots. And then like our university education will basically be like, hey, you have to write this thing on paper. Hmm.
yes, from mere passing. So, what your views on AI on job market? So, whether you think whether it will enhance the job market or disrupt the job market and create more unemployment?
Yeah, I will have to borrow this answer from history. Like, so there happened, they like, what is this? There was oil discovery, 1890s or something like that. What happened to the jobs that used to, like, people who used to ride horses? Like,
Yeah,
the specific job had died, but then they moved on to driving cars. Then came the
yeah,
internet. I don't know. The impact of the internet is like way huge that like a lot of fundamentally jobs have like changed. The
Hmm.
same, but like 10x that. Like oil into 10 is internet impact. Internet impact into 10 is the AI impact. Like all the jobs that are, like very mentally boring to do. So you just have to copy your research report to Excel, put them back, put back. This is mentally boring job. Or like some jobs are there like that are emotionally very hard. Like so those are the jobs I think like
Will
have
replace.
to take out of us like all these things. Then there are jobs that like let's say like some decision making or something like that. So something like I personally want is a co-pilot or like a EA assistant for all the politicians, etc. So you and I will have biases like the background we grew up from, the religion, the cults, all that influenced with us like subconsciously. Like we don't know, we think we are smart, but we'll have a lot of biases. We'll have a lot of emotionally attached things like these are the things AI doesn't have. It doesn't like, even if you ask it to do a same thing 10,000 times, it won't get bored out of that. It won't like try to change jobs or anything like that. Like there are no such things for AI. So those are the jobs that first I think like it will create those new jobs. So whoever has to design these systems like bias-free decision-making systems, so those will be the people, not like the engineers coming from computer sciences. It will be the humanities people who will like okay, now I am researching how to make best decisions. Then they will like okay, let me like bake this into whatever I learned into a AI system. Or it will be the drug discovery folks like whatever the process you are doing, you will just make it 100x better by AI because
Yeah,
like you can't keep up with 100 papers a day that are getting released, but an
yeah.
AI can just sift them all through and then like give you the paper like, okay, this is the paper you have to read,
This is
ignore the
better.
rest
Yeah,
of them.
yeah,
So it's like, but like it will fundamentally change some of the jobs that are not getting used of the best human potential. And I think it's for the best. There will be a setback like 5 years, 10 years, like human have to adapt and then like like maybe like it will be a very recession level setbacks. But we are not at that stage yet. Like AI still sucks.
yeah. That's nice. So and I have a last question for you. So,
Okay.
how do you think I can improve my channel?
Yeah, I
Just
thought
need
about this actually.
suggestion.
Like,
I need your
I mean,
suggestion
like,
for this.
to like lowest bar is like, your channel name is not rememberable.
Yeah. Okay, then
Yeah, but like,
I'll change,
I
I'll change my
I try to
YouTube name.
search. Then like a lot of other podcasts dominative, and then like they are like, slightly rememberable. But in general, like I believe like since I'm not a avid podcast consumer or a podcast host or something like that, I believe like you are smart enough to figure out, and then like you just have to do like 100 more episodes to
Yeah.
figure out like what is bad. Yeah,
Mm,
just go on like
yeah. You just say like just
uh,
move on, whatever it might be, right? Just
yeah,
put on a sentence
just
and
stick to them.
go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah, obviously.
Yeah, I'll try my best for that. Yeah, it's very nice
Yeah, like
talking
I
to
will.
you.
Hmm,
Yeah,
yeah, man, like
you were just saying,
cool. Sorry.
you were just saying something.
Yeah, I mean, like it's cool actually. Yeah, like right now we are doing a couple of things good. I think like the format is very restrictive, 30 minutes. I can't get too deep of anything, but like I can barely touch all of them. But it's also a good format because no one would watch 2 hour podcasts. And the other guests I saw like very diverse. Like so that is
Yeah.
also something cool. Yeah, you will figure out.
Yeah, I'll figure out.
Hmm.
No, actually, my main aim was
Okay.
not. So I not like to get views or something like subscribers. I just want to connect with individuals.
Hmm.
So, for example, I just need
Hmm.
subscribers. For example, when I contact with other directors, like educational system directors or deans who are studying, so when they will think like, yeah, this is a very small channel, I couldn't just connect with you. Uh, I
Hmm.
don't get much views. So I just need subscribers and viewers for this content. So just to contact with the
Hmm.
persons to bring on. Yeah, that was my main motto to learn something from them.
Hmm. Oh, I think you can borrow the playbook of all these 18-year, 20-year-old US-based podcasters. So what they do is like they go
Huh.
online and then like they will tweet something opinions that are super interesting that they
Yeah.
will eventually, like resonate with someone, and then like they will connect the folks.
Okay,
Uh,
interesting.
like, hey, Sai Suri is interesting. He has super opinions. He's smart. But hey, like, let me just ask him to come onto this channel. That is how
Yeah,
it will work. Like, we're not reaching out, but like uh, putting the content out there, putting your skin in the game, then they will be like, oh damn, this person is will go places. I have to like be on the train fast early on like that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice meeting with you, Siddesh. So
Hmm.
thanks once again for coming
Awesome.
with
Yeah.
and connecting with me today.
Yeah. Mhm. Hope to see you in person soon then.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay.
Hmm.
Thank you.
Cool.